Here's a rundown of many of the features of CyDB. The data in arrays are distributed across a Linux cluster, and those can be replicated so that they can tolerate faults, and that's augmented in our enterprise edition of the database. The practical implication of that is that you can run CyDB on any kind of regular old Linux commodity hardware clusters. So it's very, very nice for running things in Amazon, let's say, or in a cluster that you may have in your department or your lab. This is a very common architecture for doing parallel computing today, and CyDB fits really well in that type of compute architecture. And we'll be running our examples later on just a regular basic Linux cluster. It is a real database, and it has ACID transactions. ACID means that we have atomicity and consistency in the data, and there are multi-user transactional guarantees for all the queries, things that you would expect of an actual database, which sets CyDB apart from some other purely computational approaches for solving problems like Hadoop and things like that. A really interesting feature of the arrays in CyDB is that they're versioned. So when data are inserted into an array to update a value in an array, the previous values are retained, so that you can go backwards in time and look at all of the versions of an array over time until you decide manually to delete that array, let's say, which is really nice for data provenance and just maintaining a complete record of everything that happened to your data over time. And it's really easy in CyDB to go back and forth through versions of arrays. The open source code base is available to everyone. The database is written in C++, and there are facilities for users to extend its functionality using a variety of mechanisms, including writing your own functions and user-defined types and things like that. And we include with the database some useful ancillary programs to assist users to load data into the system in a very fast way. So there's a really efficient parallel bulk loader that can let you load common data formats into the database very rapidly in parallel on your Linux cluster. And there are a number of other open source projects that we are involved with and that other folks on their own have written to help load other specialized file formats into the database for you easily. Perhaps one of the highest profile projects that's visible to everybody that uses CyDB under the hood is the beautiful web-based exploratory analysis interface for the 1000 Genomes project developed at the NCBI. And there's a link to tools there that you can go and play around on your own with this beautiful analytics tool. It's a real-time exploratory analysis tool for the web that lets you explore variant calls and genotype calls and